ball and do it quickly. I almost want to see him return to his roots, because that was when we saw Zipan really shine as an individual, right? And the Reyna just, it gives me anxiety. It really does, because it's one of those feast or famines. The feast is always one to be celebrated, but yeah, when you see a low killing Reyna, it's always the first thing you go to, right? It's a very, very basic success gauge on that.
All right, we'll see. I guess the proof is in the pudding. We'll have to wait and see how this looks. Has it struggled to make the impact it needs? Is NAVI prepared for this potential roster? There's the first suppress coming out. Zipan wasn't really hit by that. It was just the jet that got noted, I think, as Artist will be the only one to be really revealed by that. But it will be a lean back towards B, so long contact going to fall down towards Dano.
Post up with a ghost as well, but fancy over challenging just yet. The wall coming up, that will probably pull this full rotation now. As you can see, two members of NAVI making their way here. SSK down to 13 HP already.
Yeah, I don't even know when that really happened. Maybe that initial exchange towards A potentially cost him a fair amount of that HP, but now Spike going to go down, and here's going to be a 5v5 post plant. And there's the first blood to be drawn. Artist gets punished by SSK, even though he is a little lower HP, has been propped back up to a far more healthy amount. Let's see how this play goes down. And there it is. Reyna struggling a little to find impact so far, but it's only the first round. Now we have to wait and see what can happen. NAVI trying to at least take the site back under the banner, but already the contact's been made. Dano's going to punish Zipan. And these are all individual fights. NAVI just staying as a pack, overwhelming in numbers. Too many to clear. As it is down to get to it. It's clean as anything. NAVI. What a start.
And the crazy thing is to consider that the Viper wall and the wall from Cloud, the Sage wall, invested both towards A. So NAVI have to rely on just raw gunfights there. They don't have an awful lot in terms of a safety net to make sure that that diffuses, or even the half comes through to create a little bit of pressure, bait FPX out from B main from behind yellow. So that's actually an insane retake to actually pull off here in the pistol round.
But I think you're right in what you said, though, about it. There was, the walls in place, everything was there. NAVI seemingly able to identify what they needed to do and actually still pulling it off was quite impressive. So pure gunfights alone really rewarding them in this, and it's going to put FPX in a bit of a tricky spot. Obviously, we're going to see once again the marshals and sheriffs coming out. Cloud all too prepared. And we're talking about chip damage now. That's all it is. Any tags will be a bonus if it does go FPX's way, but so far it's not been the case. Actually, Zipan receiving a fair amount early on.
Good to heal, though, so he's able to regress if he wants to. NAVI, though, haven't really broken a sweat just yet with this pressure towards A. Difficult here. They really rely on an artist to find either a tag or an opener to follow up on. That's been Shout that comes forward. He'll catch a headshot. SSK follows up onto Zipan as well. Really finding any way into A site right now for FPX. They will just drift away. Shout will plant the recon bolt just to keep them interested. We can find anything towards mid or B. Artist will be noted with that dash as well. And confirm with the drone.
It's got to try. Oh, at least he's identified where Dinks is. I guess that's a very small silver lining. But Batty G just nowhere to go.
Furious.
Yeah. And you're down to 2. And Choctaw didn't quite tip around the corner. JD, light work for him. And I've got to say, NAVI look really unfussed so far by the early presence towards A. They seem all too prepared, all too aware.
Whoa.
This is where it could be different. Obviously, there is a purchase, but they seem very calm and collected about this.
Good indicator as well, because you could sort of criticize some of the anti-ecos on the previous maps, right? Particularly on Ascent, where things got a little dicey a lot of times, right? We kept talking about this economy and, NAVI unable to retain the operator, or it comes down to one player. And obviously it was a similar conversation on Breeze, really, when we noted just how impactful previously that purchase had been for SSK. Ice here on the bonus. Could be a big one for NAVI to convert. Ultimate-wise, nothing really standing out just yet on either side. Artist the one really to note there, SSK on the other side, but he's riding through to his operator already early. I mean, he's got 4,700 sat behind this purchase.
Yeah, he's just fine. He'll have what he needs. FPX need to make a bit of a mark here, though, because I do feel like it's not... it's this presence from Chaos